your investment can be returned with one client. For instance, if you're a therapist, you can't offer legal advice, but you can offer legal information. And I give all that information to you about how to talk about finances. What would you do about the house? How do you find out what your property is worth? How do you think about what future expenses might be? I give all that to you so that you can work with your clients. And if they get triggered, which they do, about any of those issues, you can spend time helping them process their feelings before any decision needs to be made. So as a therapist, you don't have to give them away to a mediator or an attorney, but you coach them as a coach or a therapist through all the discussions, all the decisions that they make, so that healing can happen from the moment they start working with you. And if you're a coach or a therapist, you're going to have an expanded toolbox, because nobody teaches this the way I do. I don't think there are practitioners right now with the same expertise that I have practiced over the last 35 years. And I put it all together in this toolbox. So you will have access to all of that information. And you will also have an expertise that will have clients come looking for you. Rather than you looking for your clients, they'll seek you out because they'll know you have this expertise. A minute to mediators, because mediators often are stuck with clients who are in the middle of fighting. And you really don't have the skill set to help them look at their situation from a different perspective. And when they're fighting, when they're acting out what they do at home, it takes a very long time to get to a peaceful way of relating to each other where you can actually look at the details. But if you're a mediator and you learn these skills, your clients can practice a new way of communicating in the first session. You help them create a bond as future co-parents that could be better than the parents that they have been. And you give them tools to engage in meaningful dialogue because you're there to facilitate it. So it's a skill for mediators. Let's talk to attorneys out there. You can't practice therapy, but being an attorney myself, I know that clients sometimes call just to complain. And you spend a lot of time just listening to them talk about their feelings. So you might not be a therapist, but sometimes you might feel like one. But you don't have to limit yourself to just practicing law when you can offer them a healing experience. You can foster a peaceful resolution instead of an acrimonious resolution. And you can help your clients become more present, more informed, and proactive in a way that heals the families that are being dissolved. And when you do that, you have a reputation that precedes you about being the attorney that gets it done, but gets the job done in a way that heals, transforms, inspires, and gives families a chance to go on and live happy lives because you were part of the dissolution. And finally, let's talk about counselors or clergy, because couples come to you and you have certainly many skill sets, but you may not have the specific skill sets that I offer in the certification. And what I do is offer spiritual healing as well as legal and financial information and support. So there's a way of having them look at their perspective of where they are right now as part of where they need to be, of helping them forgive themselves and each other for the things that have happened in the past. When we change the way we look at something, what we look at changes. So if they're used to looking at the relationship from their pain and their suffering and their complaints, and they're just telling their stories over and over, nothing's going to change. If you help them look at it as part of a reason for why they're talking with you, part of their spiritual path, and even if they choose to part, they can do it with more love and kindness. You offer that expertise to them. So you bring spirituality back to their relationship, even if it ends. And that's part of your expertise. So I hope no matter what your profession is, that you'll find time to check out the information, to give me a call to see if it's a fit, and to let me tell you more.